What's going on, everybody? Where are we, Jade?
Alton Towers!
Alton Towers. We are Alton Towers Scarefest today. It's Saturday the 18th of October. We were here last year for Alton Towers Scarefest for the first time this year, and now we're back again just to go and experience it. What, our 10th trip this season, isn't it?
I think so.
Something around that time. We've got 3 scare mazes to do, including the brand new Edge of the Forest Compound, Altonville Mine Tours. We've got 2 scare zones in Dark Hollow and Burial Grounds. We've got 2 family mazes that somebody's finally going to do.
Amigos in the Afterlife and Trick or Treat Town.
Plus all the usual offerings, rides in the dark, entertainment over by Mutiny Base / Wickerman area. It's going to be a great day. 9 o'clock ride close. We're going to have a great day. Are you excited?
Yeah, and the towers look beautiful over there.
If you've already seen my preview of the event, there's a lot more theming going around the area now rather than just staying at Tower Street. So we're going to show you that throughout the day. Obviously we've got the nice ambient lighting throughout the day. But without further ado, let's go ahead straight over to, I think we're going to Dark Forest.
Yeah.
We're going to go straight over to Dark Forest. Let's get Scarefest started. Now, whilst we just make our way up to Dark Forest, I thought I'd have a quick chat about the Scarefest offerings this year. Well, like I said, 3 scare mazes, 2 scare zones. We've obviously lost quite a few compared to last year. There's no more Daz Games Panic. That's only had 2 years of operation, and that's closed. We're literally going past it now. But the lakeside suite there has now been turned back into the conference centre, and that's not coming back. Attic Terror of the Towers has not come back this year. It was kind of rumoured to be going away last year anyway, but that's not come back. The only maze in the towers now remains Altonville Mine Tours for its 10th year, which is fascinating to see. We've still got Compound, which was introduced last year, was a really good, strong new addition for Alton Towers Scarefest. And then obviously this year tying into that idea of going back to more ride-focused mazes with not only Edge of the Forest, but also Dark Hollow as well. So it's nice to see 2 scare zones where Burial Grounds being free of charge, whereas the mazes are up charges. It's nice to see providing a little bit of variety for guests when they want to go and do those. And obviously, Amigos in the Afterlife introduced last season. Mixed device, some people enjoy it, some people don't. Trick or Treat Town, all the kids will enjoy it. I think this kid will enjoy it as well, won't you, Jade?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to, because I work with children, and I was talking to them, and they did it last year and really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going through it as well, because I haven't done it. I've already done Trick or Treat Town, so I don't need to go and see that again. Although Jade better do the JOB because I want some sweets. But we're going to both go through Amigos in the Afterlife. We're both going to see how good that is. And then obviously when we get on to later on, I'll be going through the mazes and the scare zones. And we'll just see how it goes. Now, I really enjoyed myself on the preview night. We'll see how it does compare. I'm hoping for a better run through from Compound this year. I'm going to try my hardest to get something different. But then it's also just nice to see some refreshing mazes. So let's go head over to Dark Forest and let's get this day started.
I might do some shots, and I might get some shots while spent in the mazes. So if you see any banger shots, they're probably filmed by me.
See, this is quite cool.
Oh yeah.
It's little touches like this, doesn't it, Jay, that just makes it up for it.
Definitely.
It just helps keep the immersion. But look, Patch's pumpkin delivery. Lovely. And then, of course, we've got the amazing Gothic Towers rooms themselves.
It means a lot when they bring stuff like this in. It makes a big difference.
Oh, indeed.
The Scarefest sign.
So like I said, when we get to night time and we see all this lit up, you know, it's going to look amazing.
I plan on having a good look, don't you?
Oh, yes. Well, if we're here on fireworks, we could do. What's that, Jay?
A perfect leaf!
What rating would you give that leaf?
That's like an 8.75.
Nice. Anyway, here's Rita. We're going on there first. See how that's going to run. And then we'll go from there. So we've just finished up in the Dark Forest. We've had a first train ride of the day on Rita. Back row. How was it, Jade?
It was brilliant.
Compared to Stealth?
Nah.
Felt nowhere near as fast. And then we had another ride on 13 as well. Got on that relatively quickly. So a nice way to start off the day. We're just going to go and have a quick walk up to Amigos in the Afterlife. Opens in about 5 minutes time. Just have a quick preview. Probably go do a ride, maybe Oblivion or something. Yeah, we're going to have a look and go see what there is available. Or just go and have a look and see what the outside of looking for Amigos in the Afterlife is. Because he's looking very well themed. Yeah, we're going to have a look now.
Okay. You ready?
Go. Nice. So we're just here outside of Gangster Granny. David Walliams World, that's not open yet. But anyway, here is our 2 family thrill mazes. Now, we've obviously got the main one here of Amigos in the Afterlife. This is where the former dungeons used to be. Got taken over to the Amigos in the Afterlife as of last year. It was a really popular attraction, kind of similar to the likes of House of Monsters, which was actually literally just inside that building there. But this is kind of like a Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead Mexican style theming, light-hearted, with a few maybe subtle scares, but it's more so one for the families. Now, obviously, this will be Jade's first ever
Scare maze
/ family maze. Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
Now, bear in mind, we know it's probably around 30 minutes walk through, hence why we're probably doing it early as possible.
I'm glad that we're doing it early because then it won't get in the way of our night ride.
That is true, that's a good point. So, hopefully you'll enjoy it. I've heard the theming in there is quite good. But obviously, we'll wait and see. Make your own opinions on this stuff.
It might close early though. It might close before the other scare maze.
It's like 6:30, 4:30.
Still, it still might be night ride time
Yeah.
at that time because it's getting dark early.
And then obviously you can't see it as much because it's not really much of an exterior to it. But down there is Haribo Trick and Treat La Hound. I think Jade will definitely enjoy this more. You just walk through a bunch of sets, a few actors, and you'll get a bunch of sweets and sometimes the odd trick or maybe just the brief sort of scare. You never really know. What are you thinking about that one?
Got no clue what it's like.
I think you
Heard
would
good
enjoy it.
things.
It's a lot short. It's about 5-10 minute run through. Now, obviously, this all does depend on the experience we're going to get, how many actors. Obviously, preview night will be a lot more different to, general public nights. We will go and see what this is going to be like. But I'm looking forward to seeing the Amigos in the Afterlife. Obviously, we'll get Jade's reaction to Trick or Treat and Land of the Dead, give you her thoughts. You ready? We'll see you in there. Hello. So we have just been. Oh, take that off my legs, can't see. We have just been in Amigos in the Afterlife. Now, this is a family maze. It's one of the 2 offerings with Trick or Treat Town. It lasted about 25-30 minutes. You go in half-an-hour intervals. However, we got allowed straight into it because it was absolutely dead. Amigos in the Afterlife. Then Jay, we might as well start with you, as this is your first time. What did you think?
There was only 4 of us, so including us, there was 4 in total.
They made it very clear at the start that they normally batch it in large groups, which I kind of like to kind of address, being very quiet, just kind of keeps that immersion, but,
I loved the opening scene. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. Basically, you enter into, like, this, little suburb street, and you meet Rufus, who is basically explained he's to guard the
Rufus.
Anyway, you meet the guardian of the gate between the land and the dead. He explains, because we're humans, he'll let us in this one time to let us see the festivities of Dias de los Muertos. You go around rummaging through bins, which is a really nice bit there, interactivity. You find a key, open the gate, and then you make your way through. And as you're heading scene by scene, you meet these different characters celebrating the Day of the Dead, and yeah, you just gradually be on a nice little storyline there. Theming wise, it's a 10 out of 10. It's got some really nice setup, consistent theming throughout. The UV that they use as well, not only just on the characters but on the general environment as well, really helps to build just this nice vibrant atmosphere, but also it just looks really cool when you're seeing it. Now, scare wise, there's absolutely nothing in it. We're not going to count Jay. The only scary bit was the lending bit. I saw an actor peeping through a door, which I didn't like. But apart from that, it's not really that scary.
I didn't like the wrestling bit.
The wrestling bit, it was a bit loud in that bit.
I really struggled with the fact that the music was so loud. I couldn't hear the actors.
Yeah.
And I was really excited because I loved the first bit. He was fantastic. I could hear him clearly. And then it just kind of went massively downhill from there for me, which is a shame because I really wanted to
It's like
love
actor-wise.
I wanted to love it.
Actor-wise, for me personally, I think it's super. They've done a massively great job with the scenes they've got. Bear in mind, it's hard to work with when you've only got 4 of us as compared to 30. We was with a dad and son. The son wasn't really having it. The dad really played along with it, to be fair to him. However, it's a bit hard when there's only 4 of you, because it's not only for the actors itself, it's for your group itself to get immersed into it. I really loved it personally. I think it's a great addition for families to go and give it a try. Obviously, if you're a little bit jumpy, you might find some moments a bit hoo-ha, but for the most part, it's light-hearted fun, and I think it's a really great introduction. Anything else, Jay?
Please turn the music down so we can enjoy it.
Yeah, if the music's just turned down a bit, especially in the last ending bit, it's kind of hard to hear what they're saying sometimes.
I think I was more not at ease. I wanted to really enjoy it, but because I couldn't hear, I was like, too focused on what I'm trying to do. Like, what?
Just turn the music down a little bit so we can hear the actors' dialogue a bit more. For me personally, I'd like to see it be a bit darker, just so those UV lighting effects, especially on the characters, can come out really stronger. But again, for the kids, I can understand it. But overall, it's a really nice addition and something that you should go experience. Now, Jay, are you going to go do Trick or Treat Town?
I am. I'm doing it on my own.
She is doing it on her own. She'll be fine. Let's go and see what happens in Trick or Treat Town. But yeah, definitely go and give Amigos in the Afterlife a go. So then we're outside here at Scarefest, and where's JDB? Trick or Treat Town. Jade, how did you find it?
Did you get this in?
Yes.
So I got lots of thoughts that I want to share. So I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed it a lot more than Amigos. So I don't know if that says more about Towers or more about me. But I loved it. I loved knocking on the doors. I thought it was really well thought out. I had a little bit of moments of like, oh, but like I wasn't scared, which is my sort of vibe, as Ben will tell you. Really well themed. I actually thought it was better themed than Amigos, honestly. You've done it before, I don't know what you think, but I thought it was better themed than Amigos. It was my perfect idea of a scare maze, basically. I loved it. Hands on heart, would do it every year. Amigos, don't think I'd do it again. Loads of sweets. I feel like that's a good amount of sweets, that is. I know people have come out before complaining that they haven't got any. They've got sweet bags at the end, so if you've not got enough, they will top you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was superb. They were helpful as well as scary, which is great. My favourite one was... Actually, no, I can't pick my favourite character. There were so many good ones. I liked Dracula, the little tractor. That was fantastic, doing a little dance. It was perfect. Someone wants to tag a photo, so we're going to scan.
So having now done then Amigos in the Afterlife and How About Trick or Treat Town, do you feel like you've had £16 worth?
This is what I was going to say.
Do you feel like it warrants £16, and then do you feel like it's been worth it anyway?
Together, no. How much is...
It was £10 individually.
Individually, no. I'd probably pay like 6 or 7 for it.
Yeah.
But it was brilliant. Amigos I could probably do without, but again, that might just be because we had a bad run. Maybe. The actors, it was nothing against the actors.
It wasn't a bad run, it was just, we just didn't have the group. Which he needs the group.
It wasn't that, it was the volume for me. I couldn't hear what they were saying, and that almost scared me more, because I was like, I can't hear what's coming. I can't hear the instructions, which is a big part of a scare maze.
Yeah.
I was sat there like this, going like, and I said to you about 3 or 4 times, I was like, what did they just say?
Yeah.
But otherwise, Amigos and that would be a 10 out of 10. So, good job, Towers.
I think for me personally, 16 quid's a little bit too much. I mean, irrespective, right, the maze prices this year are ridiculously priced. 55 quid you could nearly be paying for all of this, which is a lot of money to go and experience these mazes. And bear in mind, you only get to go and do them once unless you bought the VIP thing, which again is a whole different story entirely. Now I've done Trick or Treat Town. I did it when we had our preview night, and I really enjoyed it. I like the feeling in there. I like the idea of it. It's obviously the friendlier of the two, because I mean, it was meant to be like a family maze. Obviously, some people are going to jump more for it, some people are going to jump less. I know, I can understand where Jay's coming from with it. She's just one of them people that, unfortunately, you know, it's not her vibe. It's not her vibe. For me, you know, again, that's why I do Compound and the likes of Edge of the Forest, because that's what I'm after. Something like that's perfect for Jade. It's probably like Amigos in the Afterlife is just about the level.
That's
any more than that, it's a no. But I like the idea of it. It's like I say, pricing wise, is it worth £16? Probably not. No. If it was £10 for both, then you can understand it. Now bear in mind, we get it discounted as well. Annual passes, staff discounts, however you have it, you can get a discount on it. So like I said, go and give them a go at least if you've got family members. Definitely Trick or Treat Town at minimum. And obviously if you've got a few braver children or somebody that you know children are going to enjoy it, then go and give Amigos in the Afterlife a go. It's just so fascinating to see the vibe. I can see the queue for Oblivion already.
Oh,
circuit shambolic. Jade, how long's the Smiler?
80 minutes.
It's on 80 minutes. It's about a massive queue at the moment. We're going to go ahead and get this out of the way first. Looking a bit bloody hectic. But yeah, we're going to go single rider on this, get this one out of the way. We're going to do Oblivion, which is about 40 minutes. Are you excited by the Smiler?
Pardon?
Are you excited by the Smiler?
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. Just came off the Smile and then it was on an 18-minute queue. We went single rider. How long did we wait?
20 minutes into, well, 15, and we got off by 20 minutes.
Yeah, running 3 trains, operations-wise, really solid there. You had a front row on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
I had a back row, left-hand side. How was yours, experience?
You know what? We've had this conversation. I actually thought the padding was great.
I suppose for a physical build like me, I'm quite a wide-shouldered person. It is absolutely horrifying being on the back row, especially the last moving versions where you just get whipped round it. It's awful. It's absolutely rough. Front row's nice and smooth at least. You had a real good time on that one?
Yeah.
So I'd like to see it at night. I want to see it. I think the closest we've done is dusk. Was it dusk? Might be dusk.
I think we've done it like just beyond dusk.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see what it's like at night time. But anyway, we're going to head over to Oblivion, which is on about 40-50 minutes. Give that a go. I can see a few empty seats on there. Might go single ride that one, maybe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting.
Let's go give that a go.
Good time.
We've just been on Oblivion. How long do we wait?
We waited 21 minutes, single rider. It was 40-minute queue, but they let us on as they just let a load of single riders on.
Yeah. The only big issue with that is there's no mist. There's no mist coming into the tunnel. There's no mist coming out of the tunnel. So it's a little bit underwhelming of an experience. I must not lie.
As soon as we got off, the first thing we did is we went,
no mist! But anyway, still a great ride. We're doing pretty well so far. It's gone about 12:30, so we've got 30 minutes till Scare Maze is open.
All we've got left is Spinball Wizard,
Wicker Man,
and then
the Valley.
Forbidden Valley.
So anyway, we're going to head over to Spinball Wizard, get that in, probably have a quick break, and then it's maze time. So let's head on over. Okay, so I've just come out of Altonville Mine Tours Tiny's Revenge. It's been here for its 10th year, 3rd year since it's had the rebrand to the Tiny's Revenge storyline, and it was a really strong start to the Scarefest event. Now, I did feel it was lacking a little bit on actors, and compared to my run last year and at the preview night, it's probably the worst one I've had of the 3. It started off really well, incredibly darkly lit. You couldn't really see a thing. Grouped in around about groups of 10 to 14, so a decent little number size, a decent bit of interaction between the actors. Started off really well, couldn't see an absolute thing for the first few minutes. Some good actor scares here and there. Apart from the one or two bit scenes where you know there could have been more actors, but they could have felt a bit scarier going through it. It's so absolutely intense in there. Carried on through it, more so towards the end of the maze, and there was definitely a lack of actors, or actors that were there that just weren't giving the scares that you were expecting for. They're just standing around waiting for the next group to pass along, which felt a little bit of a shame. Right towards the end I did get a great scare where mine tour worker with the wig on, he's just standing there, you know he's not going to scare you because you've walked past, literally turned my back and he's just there, followed me for a good minute or two. Absolutely cacked myself there. The ending I still find a little bit weak. The problem I have is the sheriff doesn't really look like he's properly using the gun, and then the chainsaw ending's a bit weak when, especially because you've been broken up in your groups. He's already half the way up front at the exit anyway, so there's no real scares, and even though he wasn't really massively trying with the chainsaw, but it's still a great maze. I do can't help but feel like it would be nice to see something new, especially in that location. It's very well themed, it's very well done, intense, story-driven experience. It's just something that I think, for me personally, I'm kind of glad I started it off first. Got probably potentially the weakest out the way as we move on to the next maze, but a really great addition. Would be interested to see something new next year.
We did Spinball Wizard, editing burn, insert Spinball Wizard logo.
Yeah, there we go. Right, let's go move on to the next maze, which will probably be Edge of the Forest, new for 2025. Let's go and see what that's saying for this year. Okay, so next up then was Edge of the Forest. We literally much went straight on into the maze. Now this one's a new addition for 2025. It was introduced as a theme to the Dark Forest, tying in as a Dark Forest story. Basically tells the legend of old Ledgewell, you know, how the forests have inhabited this creature called Ledgewell. You know, he manipulates the forest, makes you want to stay in the forest. Kind of similar to something like Blair Witch, which you know, if you've seen the films, how it can distort the forest, distort people's perceptions. And I've got to say, compared to what I experienced on the preview night, it is a massively disappointing run through I had through there. First off, grouped in a batch of 13, which for me personally I just find was a little bit too many. I was at the back of the queue line, so I missed the pre-show bit because I was so far at the back I didn't get any interaction there or get to even see that for much sake. Group was moving too slowly. Fair enough, it can always just be the group run through that you get, but they were just moving so slowly throughout the maze that it just felt like oftentimes you were just queuing for points in the section maze. Scare wise, I didn't get much interaction. I got the odd bits here and there from actors, but for the most part completely avoided by any of the actors at all. The finale of the bit where you come into the bedroom and you're jump scared by Ledgewell, this old woman, because I was so far at the back of the queue line I wasn't even in the room, so I completely missed it. The theming and general story and what they've managed to put up in that maze is amazing. Oop, drop the case. It's probably the best bit about the maze. The theming of it is brilliant. Unfortunately, for me personally, it's just not that scary. And whilst I can appreciate it's more of an experience and more of something that thematically is to try and scare you rather than the actual scares itself, I just think it lets itself down there. It's not a bad maze by any means of the perception. Like I said, I love the idea of the repetitiveness of it. I love the Blair Witch aspect. It's just, for me, scare-wise, it just doesn't massively deliver on it, unfortunately. But it's not the worst of the three for me personally. We've still got Compound to go and see what that could be like. But yeah, just a little bit disappointing from what I experienced last year. Yeah, it's 75.
Well, it's only going up.
We have just waited 90 minutes for Wicker Man.
Worth it.
Had one breakdown.
Train swap.
Had a train swap.
Was it worth it?
Yes, it was. Absolutely great ride. Still a bit of an issue with the pre-show and that, but ultimately, great ride. Feels very intense regardless of where you sit.
2 bunny hops,
Two
and
bunny
then
hops.
what did you say? What?
The speedy corners, it whacks you around. It was very nice. Anyway, we're in the Courtyard Arena now, adjacent to Wicker Man, Muni Bay and Sea Life Arena, because we're here to see the Alton Ancestors.
Yeah.
So in this area is now where the stage is and where most of your performances will be happening. So the likes of Sin Bin, Alton Ancestors, Final Horns, and Freaky Friends, was it?
I think so. We went to, we was at the castle and then we walked here thinking that it was, we thought that we was going to go to the fountain at Towers Street, but it was actually at the castle all along, so we missed the 2 o'clock one.
Obviously it's quite an intimate space compared to being on the lawns. We'll see how busy it does eventually get, but so far I'm liking the setup here. And yeah, we're here to see Alton Ancestors, Final Horns. It's roughly going to be about 4:15. To which then we've got about 4 hours of ride time, still got the scare zones to do, I've still got Compound to do as well, and then we still got the Forbidden Valley to hit up in the night time, so yeah, we'll see. But are you having a good time?
Yeah, I think we might have to miss out Mine
Train and Mine
Train, yeah.
Which, end of the day, but we'll try and see. We're hoping for a night ride on Wicker Man if we can, but ideally for me, the priority is Nemesis, Toxicator, and then if we can get it, a night ride on Wicker Man would be superb.
But that's why we did it earlier, because we don't think we're going to.
Yeah,
and then
but
we did Wicker Man night ride last year and it's fantastic, wasn't it? So.
yeah, let's go and see what Alton Ancestors is saying. So what should have been a simple run through of Compound turned into an absolute fiasco of a scene. Firstly, we did the Alton Ancestors final haunt. How did you find it, Jane?
It was good.
Yep, could have been a little bit longer though. 15 minutes felt a little bit short. I then made my way over to Compound. It was a 10-minute queue. Got right to the front of it and absolutely just it felt like an absolute scene one in there. Someone came out of the fire exit. We had an evac, so we got into the pods itself. Instantly evac the ride and completely killed immersion. Went about to go back in. Nearly fight calls between the two other guests. It was it was mental to watch, And then eventually we did go into Compound. Now for the last few runs I've had, I've really enjoyed it. I've wanted to see a bit more from the maze. And I must say this year they've definitely stepped up. It's a lot more intense. Got to see a lot more of the maze this time.
But is it that they've stepped it up this year, or is it that you saw parts of it that you just didn't see?
I think it's a bit of both. There's definitely a lot more actors, a lot more physicality, touching, grabbing you. Like normally for the most runs I've had, you've had to go through a crawl space. I literally got to go to the other hands of the side, got to see the creatures, all the egglings, the hatchlings. Honestly, it was amazing. So much more intense than anything you'd seen before, and really just encapsulated what a great maze it was. It's interesting to see if it will come back next year. Judging by its permanent location, the fact that it was the same last year, I can see it coming back again next year. It's a really solid maze, really solid lineup, and something that I'd be happy to pay. I wouldn't say 16 quid or 12 quid, whatever it was.
I've never even done it, and I think it'll come back for many years to come.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I just would like to see a few more scene changes. Maybe something like survival games, because it's that in the same style of feel, and just really maximise on that intensity, because that's what it really does deliver in. But yeah, really enjoy Compound. Definitely favourite maze of this year.
What you were thinking about Sanctuary earlier.
Sanctuary. We'll get onto it later on, but one of the ideas was suggesting for Halloween going forward was maybe seeing something like a retro throwback, maybe seeing some of the old mazes brought back, like the Sanctuary, Carnival of Screams. I don't know what Jay thinks about that.
Well, it doesn't make a difference to me, 'cause I don't do
Jay's never going to do it long. I think it's a good idea. So
I think it'd be nice for people who like the scares.
yeah. Anyway, we're probably going to head over to Forbidden Valley now, try and get on some of those rides. It's coming up to 6 o'clock. Still got 2 scare zones to do. Let's go and make use of them more for it. But yeah, really good run through of Compound. Would really love to go through and see that again, but ultimately we'll have to wait for next year. Minutes. Yeah.
I might ask when we get to the steps.
Ooh, the lights are going down, the darkness is coming out. We just had a front row ride on Galactica, waited 60 minutes in a 70-minute queue. How was it?
It was good. Explain why we're confused.
So we're confused because on the signs there's no use of a single rider. However, it appears that single rider was still in use. We saw a few guests go through. It may be because they're running 2 stations, but the signage wasn't there. So it'd be nice if it was a little bit clearer. Could have had a quicker ride on that. But anyway, it felt very fast.
Yeah, it did feel fast. You did a good job explaining that. I wouldn't have.
I felt for Galactica, it felt a lot faster, especially going around towards the end of the ride. But it was still nice, front row ride as well, can't complain. Now the plan is we've got about 2 hours till ride close. We want to finish in the valley. I'm going to go do the scare zones. What's Jay going to do?
Chill in the courtyard?
In the courtyard. I'm going to go do Dark Hollow first. We're going to come back and do Burial Grounds. And then we're going to hopefully finish our night on Toxicator and Nemesis Reborn, finally get a night ride in. So yeah, let's keep it going. Let's finish on a high. Come on.
Oh yeah, not scary.
Oh god, I want it. Oh. Oh, they've got the lights on. And there we go, Dark Hollow. Really nice addition to Alton Towers this year as a scare zone. Really nice and different to make use of an empty space. Some great theming, yeah. Really nice scare zone. Let's go do burial grounds. Ooh. pitch black in here. God. It's beaming. Oh God.
I am not sacrificed, I am just a child. Please don't kill me. I'm not sacrificed, I
That was Burial Grounds. Once again, another solid edition here for Alton Towers. Thank you guys. Yeah, another solid edition here for Alton Towers. Two great scare zones. I love Burial Ground. The theming of it is amazing, and especially at night when you see all the flame effects. The tunnel where you go through with all the mist and the haze really builds up that atmosphere, and there's some great scares in there. Two really great scare zones. Two really great additions for Alton Towers Scarefest. So the time is currently, what's the time, Joe? 8:22. It's 40 minutes till ride close. Our plan was to do Toxicator and Nemesis Reborn last. Unfortunately, Toxicator's been closed since 8. Now there are tech on the scene. However, it's not entirely sure. It's not entirely sure when it's going to open, so you never know. So we're going to give it 8 more minutes, and then depending on what happens, we're probably going to either finish with Reborn. Or you never know, Tox could reopen. We managed to get both in, but either way, Reborn will be done.
It's not looking likely that we'll get Tox.
Yeah.
But
it's a bit of a shame if it isn't. We still did it on opening night, had a great ride on it, so it's not as if we haven't done it before. Just be nice to get it in. But yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
keep your fingers crossed for it.
Keep everything crossed. Right, it appears that Toxicator will not be reopening for the evening, which is a big shame. But again, we've already done it in these conditions in the dark, so it's not a big worry. We're going to end it on the one thing I have been wanting though, and that is the Nemesis Reborn night ride. As long as it all goes well and nothing goes wrong here, we'll finally get this night ride in. Are you looking forward to this, Jay?
Yeah, nothing will be opening night, Toxicator night ride anyway. Who cares?
I don't know if we get front row or back row on this, so I'm going to be a giddy boy. But yes.
Woo!
But yeah, let's go and do Nemesis Reborn. Let's finish off Scarefest with a good ride. Let's go. Well then, as you can tell by the changing in environment, it is now the next day from Alton Towers Scarefest. Didn't record an outro last night because we was absolutely pooped. Literally went straight home and fell asleep instantaneously. But from what you did last see, we finished our night on a ride on Nemesis Reborn, 7th row from the back. It was bloody fast, wasn't it, Joe? Absolutely beautiful experience, and it was that good we managed to run around again and have another second night ride on it. So after wanting to have wanting to have one ride in the dark on Nemesis Reborn, was very fortunate not only to end the night on a ride in the dark, but also managed 2 night rides in the dark on row 5, which wasn't anywhere near as good, but still had the intensity of it. With that in mind, it did wrap up the day of Alton Towers Scarefest. Did you enjoy yourself, Jay?
Yeah.
I thought it was a very good day. Compared to what it was like last year, it's definitely a massive step up. There's a lot more of a Halloween theme and Halloween spirit amongst the resort, as opposed to what we experienced at 4 O'Clock Fright Nights, which you know, they're two different offerings. They're offering different things for different target audiences. But for me, it felt more like a Halloween event at Alton Towers this year than Thorpe Park Fright Nights. I enjoyed the mazes. I think after doing the preview night, and also giving in mind some of that we experienced last year, including on new stuff this year, it would go Edge of the Forest for me, Altonville Mine Tours, and then Compound still at the top as a really solid addition. Although the scare zones are really well done and something that definitely should be considered by everybody, at least at minimum, if you're going to go and do Alton Towers Scarefest, because it's a free attraction, there's no upcharge there, get your most value for money out of those ones, and then you can go and decide whether you want to do the one-shot mazes or not. I would also recommend the younger mazes. I know Jay was a little bit scared in one of them, but you did enjoy yourself in them, didn't you? Yeah, the theming's great in both of them, especially Trick or Treat Town. Really great for the kids as well to get them sweets and, like I said, immerse in that Halloween spirit before potentially moving up to the main mazes itself. And yeah, just really nice two young attractions. Now, obviously, pricing wise, it is a little bit pricey for what it is. I think it was £16 for a one shot of Edge of the Forest, which, in my opinion, is nowhere near worth the money. At minimum, £8 should be that level, because it kind of reflects in the quality. I don't think anybody's come out of that maze saying it is the best one at the resort. Although I did enjoy myself on the preview night, having experienced it as just a general guest tonight, there definitely is some major issues with the maze. In terms of what I'd like to see for Scarefest going ahead next year, get rid of Altonville Mine Tours. I think it's time for a refresh. Keep Compound, but maybe invest in some more scene changes like they do with survival games. Edge of the Forest, I'd like to see that stay, but again, really work on the scares on that one and maybe improve some of the scenes, especially the ending as well, which I think can massively be improved upon. And you never know, maybe we could see another edition of a scare zone as well. Given that we've had 4 or 5 mazes for the last year or two, maybe invest in another scare zone. And then for the family mazes, maybe potentially look at changing Amigos in the afterlife. You know, there's still a lot of space there. We know it was meant to be used for Project Horizon, so you never know, you could put something new there, or even just make use of something in Dave Williams' world, as the space there offers something for Halloween festivities. Never got a ride on Toxicator in the night as well. It's a shame about the availability of that towards the end of the evening, but again, given how busy the day was, and also just generally what queues were looking like for it, you know, it's not really one that we were massively fussed about missing on. It would have been nice to do it.
We should have done it earlier when we had the chance.
It's just not something that, for me personally, I would sit there and feel regretful if I didn't do it, as opposed to Nemesis Reborn. Any thoughts of improvement for you, Jay? Anything you'd like to see change for next year?
I enjoyed both the kids' mazes, but I'm really big on, I think I said it at the time, but music was too loud.
Yeah. Just some general changes, some general tweaks in there, but it definitely does feel like Scarefest is back on track.
Galactica needs to either put the signage back in for single rider or make it clear what's going on.
Yes, bring back single rider. It definitely seems like there could be some more potential for that in the future, so keep your eyes open at Alton Towers for single rider queues. But yeah, it was a really great night at Alton Towers Scarefest. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Don't really know what we're going to be posting now as it's close season. We'll find some content somewhere, maybe.
Maybe we could do a video on the light show.
Yes, maybe on the light show. We'll definitely see. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe. See you guys for the next video.